Are you worried about the PFA? Guys, when you are in boot camp, you take 3 PFAs. The first one is to see where you are at physically. The second one is to see if you made progress within the first one and the second one. The third one, the last one, is the one that you truly need to pass to graduate boot camp. And what gets people set back isn't push-ups, it isn't sit-ups, but it's the run. You know, if you run for a long distance and if you run very fast, there's a voice inside of you that says, hey, let's slow down. Hey, let's stop running. Or if you're not a very running person and you're trying to train to run past the PFA, you know, there's a weakness voice inside of you that says, hey, let's stop. Let's do this tomorrow. Let's do this some other day. You know, I have a cramp. My leg hurts. You know, there's weakness inside of you that says, hey, let's stop. Okay, and it's going to be no different when you're actually taking the physical PFA when you're in boot camp. And this video is not a rah-rah session to motivate you guys to suddenly, you know, go hardcore on your workouts to be able to pass your PFA. No, it's not. This video, if you haven't taken anything away from all of my videos and you're worried about PFA and you know going into boot camp you're worried about the PFA, this is what I want you to truly remember, okay? When you are taking your final PFA, if you haven't taken anything out of my videos, just remember what I'm saying to you now, okay? So let's say you need to make your run time in, let's say 12 or 13 minutes. Let's say 13 minutes, all right? Just say this to yourself. 13 minutes of pain to avoid a lifetime of regret. Or if it's like 15 or 16 minutes, just say to yourself, hey, 15 minutes of pain to avoid a lifetime of regret. And the reason why I say this is, you're going to pass the PFA one way or another. You might get held back a week, you might get held back 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. They're going to make you pass no matter what. Okay, you're going to be staying there for a very long time until you pass. They're going to train you every single day until you pass. Okay, but a lot of times the reason people are capable of running this, this is not like an impossible number. This is all easy numbers that people can actually make on time to do the push-ups, to do the sit-ups, and to do the run on time. Okay, it's very, very possible. Okay, it's not an impossible number that they just throw onto you. Okay. And a lot of times when people are running, they have that voice inside of them, and it takes over them and says, you know what, I need to walk. I need to slow down. And they failed the PFA, and their family was supposed to come, and now, you know, they don't get to graduate on time, and their family can't reschedule their vacation or reschedule their flight. Because when you are in first week of boot camp, you send a letter home saying, hey, mom and dad, this is when I graduate. You take your final PFA like a week before graduation, and when you can't pass your PFA, you call your family like, you know, a couple days, like 5 days before graduation. And, you know, your family, it's very, very hard and inconvenient for your family to suddenly reschedule the day off or reschedule the vacation at the very, very last minute. Okay, it's very, very hard. And for the most part, the family members can't make it to graduation on time or on the day because they got set back. And if you followed me for this long, if you followed my channel for this long, you know, I always say make memories. I always say, you know, make memories, take a lot of pictures, spend a lot of time with family. And guys, I tell you the truth, the best memories, the best moments I have with me is, you know, the best picture I have with me is my family graduation picture. You know, when I graduated, when I was in my uniform, my family was with me. You know, I took the pictures with my family, and you know what we did that day, later that day. You know, being able to go out to restaurants, dressed up in the uniform, and you know, people saying, you know, thank you for your service and all that kind of stuff, and people saying, hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is our newest graduated sailor, you know, all that kind of stuff. It happens. And, you know, you get to spend like half the day with your family, you know, traveling to places, going to places. So you make a lot of memories, you take a lot of pictures. But that doesn't happen. That won't happen if you let that voice, if you let that weakness take over you. Okay, so what I want you to always say to yourself when you are actually running, when you are actually, at the final PFA, if you haven't taken anything away from my videos, just remember this and just keep saying to yourself this when you're running. Okay, when it starts to hurt, when that voice of weakness starts to take over your thought, just say this to yourself. If, let's say, you have 5 more minutes to make your time, just say 5 more minutes of pain to avoid a lifetime of regret. 10 minutes of pain to avoid a lifetime of regret. 3 minutes of pain to avoid a lifetime of regret. Just never stop walking. If you start walking, you've given up. Okay, you just have to keep going. It doesn't really matter what I say. It doesn't really matter what I say. For the most part, people, if they let that voice take over them, they're going to just start walking. They're going to start giving up on things, knowing that their family is going to come, knowing that they're not going to be able to see their family on graduation. Okay, and that's to me, that's very, very painful, not being able to see your family on graduation day. And so guys, if you are worried about PFA, all I can say is work hard. All I can say is, if you're worried, if you're nowhere close to the PFA standards, you have to start working towards it now. If you're working out and you're worried about your PFA and you have your phone, you text every time you push up, you do 10 push-ups and you text, you do 10 push-ups and then you text again. Put the phone away, put every electronics away, don't listen to any music, and just knock it out. Just be with your own conscious mind and be able to overcome that mental barrier of that voice telling you to stop. Okay, and I hope this video helped. I truly do hope this video helped, and I know a good portion of you future sailors are concerned about the PFA, so I thought I'd make this video. Tell me in the comment section below if this video helped or if this video was influential at all. But I hope you guys have a great Navy day.